Hello, my Scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. The minute I saw all the book-related and reading-related things in this kit, I was sold. This is the cutest collection and kit I have seen. I love it. So I absolutely took this photo that I'm using for this layout specifically to design with this kit or to make with this kit. I do not need this photo scrapbooked. It's not a bad photo, but it's not usually something I would include in my scrapbook. But OMG, this collection was just too cute to not use all of the book things. I just had to have it. Now, you may or may not notice that I am absolutely struggling here. This is because I basically gutted too much of my paper. Trying to fit the white paper that's been gutted and the book paper that's been gutted was just too hard. And what I actually should have done was do it in reverse. So I have a large piece to go into the center, so I should have done the large piece stuck to the white, and then that whole thing stuck to the books instead of doing it this way around. I just made it too complicated, and I ended up actually having to cut the white paper because it was like bubbling, and it's still bubbling a little bit. I just get sick of it and keep moving on. So I really just made my own life too hard. So even though in my brain it made no sense to start in the middle and work my way out, it absolutely would have been 1,000 times easier to start with the larger piece and stick the smaller pieces to it. Now, you listening at home might say, duh, Jess, you're a noodle. But yeah, that's me. I'm a noodle. So I am also going to put this band of black and white paper across the center just to sort of help cut the busyness and to be a mat for where I'm going to put all of my bits and pieces. You will notice that there is an arch cut out of it. I used this to cut the rainbow that was my second layout of the month. And I'm so glad I didn't throw it away because I definitely want it right now. So I went ahead and cut apart the cut apart sheet with all the tags, and I pulled out the 3 main tags that were about reading and about books, and I am determined to get all 3 of them on here with my 2 photos. These photos are just of my bedside table. This is real. I didn't actually stage this. These 2 photos are of my bedside table with the stack of books that I am planning to read. The stack keeps growing. It doesn't go down. But I am planning to read them. I just keep getting more that look interesting. Or I'll borrow one from the library when I take the boys to get library books and think, well, I better read the library one first because it's going to be due back. And then the book beside my bed just sit there for longer. But I will get to them at some stage. So even though I took this photo specifically for creating this layout, it is an accurate photo of what my bedside table looks like. Just with extra things on it from time to time, like my cup of tea or my earphones. So you can see that I really dug to the bottom of the barrel for all the bits and pieces. I don't know what I was doing with all those little bits of thickers, but I found them stuck to one of my thicker sheets. I'm like, that's ridiculous. So I threw them all onto there. And this cute little girl reading a book is just the cutest little tag. So it definitely had to get on. And I'm not too worried about it covering so much of the photos. You absolutely don't lose like the essence of what this story is about. So that is perfect. So sticking all that on. I adore that background paper. I was worried it was a little bit busy, but it's amazing what adding that white border does to sort of calm down the photo. Of course, the background. Of course, not to mention that horizontal piece, of course, definitely helps calm down the background by adding that sort of contrasting color that tones it down a bit. But even just that white border sort of cut the busyness a little bit for your eyes. So that was a really cool addition. So this title here that just says the story, it is from an old Vicky Booten set of thickers, most highly likely from a kit in the past from Steph, like 99% sure that they will have been from Steph at some stage. It actually said the storyteller, but I cut the word teller off. You may have seen it behind one of my photos to be a pop-up of my photos because I didn't want it to say storyteller. I just wanted it to say the story. And yeah, popping on all the arrows, all of the bits and bobs come from the thicker book, from the thicker sheet. And it comes with these cute little love hearts too that you can sort of see to the right of the screen at the moment, and they're going to get onto the page as well. So just doing up my clusters. Of course, I have to have a cluster there because you can see the last little bit of the arch that I haven't covered with my photo yet. People may not have noticed, but I absolutely noticed. So, you know, I scrapbook for myself, so I definitely needed to cover that. And then I tried to choose some word sentiments that kind of went along with this concept of here's a pile of books that I plan to read at some stage, but who knows when. So I think they say things like me time and I don't know what they say, the little things. And I'm not sure. It's hard for me to read on my phone. It's very tiny. But yeah, so just working on those, and the little sort of foam flower cluster with the teeny tiny flowers, they came off the thicker sheet from this month's kit as well. And they're just a super cute little addition to this floral cluster. It gives a little bit of dimension, but it also like alternates the size, and it's just another layer to add onto the page, onto the cluster, which is super cute. So now I'm going ahead and popping on all of those cute little love hearts. Again, they came with the thickers. I love how Vicky Bouton's thickers have extra bits and pieces with them to help create your layouts. I think that's super cute. More bang for your buck, I say. And then I couldn't say no to the super little enamel dots. I love these. I love the matte look of them. So I'm just popping on a little teeny tiny one next to the love hearts. And of course, you know I cannot finish a layout without a little bit of splatters. So popping on some gold and some black. But I am going to go ahead and glue down the string of these tags just to sort of keep the string a little bit contained so it doesn't completely cover the photos or just drop straight down. Just looks a little bit nicer, I think. So just glue those on. And it also means that I can kind of manipulate the bend and the flow of that piece of string and kind of make it look a bit more artistic, which is nice. So now that the black splatters are on, I'm calling this one done. So here are my close-up photos. I'm really happy with how this came together. I think it's super cute. And yeah, I just really enjoyed creating this layout and working with all these book-related things. I think it's a really sweet little layout. So thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to catch you all next month. Bye, everyone.